Hello everyone, Professor D here. Today we're going to look at Windows 10. We're going to look at our desktop, the start menu. We're going to talk to Cortana, just like you talk to your iPhone and Alexa talks to you and you talk to Alexa. We can talk to our computer and get some results. So I'm going to teach you that today, along with showing you the taskbar and your status bar, notifications. We're going to add shortcuts to our desktop. We're going to pin different applications to our taskbar. We're going to personalize our desktop. And then I'm going to show you snippet. So let's get started. We should know by this time that this area that you're seeing right now is your desktop. You can personalize your desktop. It could be blue, it could be pink, any color you want. You can personalize your desktop. So let me just show you that real quick. I'm going to right click on my desktop. I'm going to go down to personalize, and I'm working in Windows 10. And then you will see my background will come up. It says settings all the way on the side. I want to go back, and my background will come up, and that's fine. I can have a slideshow, which I have. I can have a solid color, or I may just want to have a picture of my family on my desktop. It's up to me. So the album that I chose was Flowers, so I'm gonna let that stay there, but you can browse out and you can create your own slideshow if you like. I want my pictures to change every 10 minutes, but for this demonstration I'm going to change it to 1 minute. You can change it up to 1 day, so it's really up to you. So you just saw that you can see that it's changing. I don't want it to shuffle. I'm sorry, it will shuffle and allow slides when battery is low. Yes, and I do want it to fill my entire page. You can center it if you want. You can have it stretched or fit. I like it just to fill. It's up to you how you would have your background. But this is where you would go to personalize your background. Now you can see that my desktop is green. So every minute it's going to change to a specific flower background and design because I have the slideshow selected. So you create your own background, whatever you want, and personalize it just for you. So we're going to move on to the start menu. Right over all the way to your left, you can see the start menu. If you put your mouse on top of that command, the start command, you can see it gives you a tooltip and it will say start. Okay, so if you have your start menu, you can you can just left click your start menu, and you can see all of your applications on your start menu. They are all in alphabetical order. Now, if you want to, you can right click on your start menu and it gives you the old configuration of the start menu. You can work from this as well. Many people don't realize that you can right click the start menu and get the old configuration for the start. This area right here is your search area, so you can search. If Word didn't come up, let's see, OBS because that didn't come up, so I can just type in OBS and you can see my application for OBS would come. So whatever application I wanted, how about Access, and it shows me my application. The really unique part about this particular software, Windows 10, for me, is working with Cortana. I personally don't like speaking to computers because I don't know what they're doing with my voice once my voice goes to a server. But I want to talk to Cortana, so just for demonstration purposes. So if I want to talk to Cortana, I would click this microphone and say the words, "Hey Cortana," and then she would answer. Let's demonstrate. Hey Cortana.
That's me.
What is the weather like in Alaska?
It's mostly clear and 46 in Alaska. The forecast shows partly sunny skies with a high of 65 and a low of 43, with a good chance of rain.
Wonderful. So you can see that Cortana will give you or us the information that you're asking for. Now, I have to let you know that I am connected to the internet. So you have to be connected to the internet if you're asking her to search anything within on the internet. Okay, you do have your task bar, which is right here, if you can see my mouse, with your applications on your task bar. We can pin more applications if you like to the taskbar. So we don't have OBS on this taskbar. So let's just in our search type in OBS. So we see the OBS application comes up. So we're going to right click and we're going to say pin to taskbar. And then we can pin it to the taskbar. We click there. And if I click out, you can see that it's pinned. OBS is now pinned to the taskbar. Now, let's make a shortcut because we don't have OBS as a shortcut. These commands are all shortcuts. If I click on any of these, what will happen is it will take me to that particular application. Now, I do have a couple folders on here as well. But let's go to OBS again. And I'm going to right click on OBS and I'm going to say open file location. So on this little menu, I'm going to click on open file location. And you always left click unless I tell you to right click. Left click is the default. So always left click. Never right click unless I say right click. Okay? So just so we're clear and we're all following the same instructions. All right. So this takes me to the OBS Studio and it takes me to the software OBS. So I'm going to right click here on the software and I'm going to go right down on this menu to where it says send to. You'll see Bluetooth, compress, desktop, create shortcut. So if I want to create a shortcut, I just click on desktop, create shortcut. And now I have my shortcut right here. So that's how you create the different shortcuts on your taskbar and your shortcuts on your desktop as well. So I'm going to go now to the status bar. So the status bar is right over here and you can hide your different commands on your status bar. If you click this up arrow right here, you can see the commands. How you get these commands on the status bar is you left click and hold and it opened it. So here we go. Left click and hold and drag it and you'll see that it still opened it, but let me try it again. Let me try a different one. There it is. And you'll see it's on your status bar. If I don't want it on my status bar anymore, I just left click. I just left click. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get it. But there, left click and hold and take it back to where it was. It was a little tricky, but I did get it. So that's how you put your different commands on your status bar or status bar, however you choose to pronounce it. You have your time and your date here so that you would always know the correct time and the correct date. And you'll have your sound here. So my speaker is 100%. If I want to change that, I can just change it higher, lower in my case because it's already at 100%. And this area right here is my notification. It says no new notifications, but I do have notifications in there. I just click on it and I can read. I have updates, but I'm not going to update this computer because these are actually updates for old software that I need to take off of this computer. So let me see. New folders. How do you change or create a new folder? So I'm back on my desktop. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go down to new. Once I right click, it brings up a menu. So I'm going to go down to new. That brings up a separate menu. I'm going to click on folder. And this is my folder. I can call it whatever I want. I'm just going to call it test for this demonstration. And then I'm going to click out of that area. And then this is my folder and I could use it for what I want. If I don't want it though, then I'm going to put it in my recycling bin. Now I'm going to empty it. So I'm going to right click on my recycling bin and say empty recycling bin. So it is gone. So now what I'm going to do is disk cleanup, a disk cleanup. So disk, and you see disk cleanup, the application comes up, and this is when you want to really clean up your computer. And we all need to actually clean up our computers from time to time. Because they will slow down if you don't clean them up. Now I'll go into more detail on this on another video, but for right now I just want you to know where it is, and you can click OK if you want to clean up your computer, but just make sure that whatever you have checked are the items that you want to get rid of or delete. So for me, I'm not going to clean up my computer at this time. I'm going to click cancel. And I'm going to show you the snippet tool. And snippet is, I'm just going to type snip, and it's called the snipping tool. So I'm going to click on the snipping tool, and this actually is a great tool to use if you want to get pictures off of the internet. Now, we should not be taking pictures off of the internet unless we get permission from the owner. We can always get royalty-free images. Okay, so don't do anything illegal. If you want to get royalty-free images, then you get that. But don't just start taking people's pictures. But if I send you a picture and you want to make a collage, let me put it that way, then what you would do was you get the snipping tool by searching for it, and then you can say rectangle snip, and that's usually what I do, a rectangle snip, and then you can just highlight whatever you want to take a picture of or snip, and there it is. And then you can save it. So if you go file, save as, and for this demonstration I'm going to save it to the desktop. I'm going to call it image. But you know, if you are naming your files, you want to name your files exactly what you want them to be identified as. So really I should call this desktop flower. Desktop flower dim. Okay, so that I know when I look at this file, it is my desktop, it's flowers, and it's for demonstrations purposes. And I think I misspelled dim. It's D-E-M, not D-I-M. Here we go. And I'm saving it. Now I'm going to X out of this. So I should see that file on my desktop, and here it is. So I'm going to double click it, and it says, what do you want to open it with? And I'm going to say open it with paint. And there it is. Okay, so that is it for today. We will see you all in the next lesson. Thank you and have a wonderful day.